Good morning on behalf of Attorney Karen Jimeno. This is Gerg Cahiles. We'll get to know on a personal level one of the most controversial figures of Congress QuadComm here at the forefront. Congressman Benny Abante found himself at the center of heated House hearings, emotional confrontations, and an unexpected loss in the last month's election. Once seen as a frontrunner, his electoral defeat has sparked talks of political retaliation tied to his role in high-profile congressional probe on disinformation. How does Congressman Abante make sense of it all now? With us this morning for the first time live at the BNC studio, Manila City's 6th District Representative Benny Abante. Kong Benny, good morning po and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Gerg, and thank you for inviting me here.
Oh well, sir, to kick off our discussion, our conversation, I'll be showing you some photos on our LED. Now, in 30 seconds, tell us what the pictures mean to you. So you have to wait for me, sir, to say timer starts now bago kayo sumagot. Okay, sir, let's go with the first one. Shoeshine Boy newspaper. So, sir, you were the eldest among 4 brothers.
Yes.
Describe to us how you were raised by your parents and why you took odd jobs like shining shoes and selling newspapers when you were growing up. Timer starts now.
Well, I was actually born in Manila. Batang Santa Mesa ang tawag sa akin. And when I was 9 years old, I just told my father if I could be able to sell newspapers, to be able to help in my schooling. Hindi naman talaga kami yung talagang napakahirap, kundi my father has a good job. Yet, I'd like to help him. So, naging diarista ho ako for several when I was in the elementary. And of course, on the side, merong shoeshine boy.
Oo. Pero sasabi nyo nga, it was your way of helping your parents.
Yes.
But did your dad encourage you to do that? Para lang, alam mo yun, to learn things.
No, not really encouraging, but he did not go against it, and he allowed me to be that. So I could be more of a street smart thing, a street smart person.
And that's important, sir, na maging street smart ka. Now, magkano yung kinikita mo nun dati, sir, para makatulong ka mo sa pag-aaral mo?
Palagay ko, kumikita ako ng mga 20 centavos that time. Okay na.
Malaking bagay ba yung 20 centavos that time?
Malaki na bagay na yun nung araw. 20 centavos.
Anong mabibili nun, sir, that time, sa 20 centavos? If you remember.
Tinatago ko kasi para makabili ko ng damit, things like this. Kaya may mga pagkakataon na I would just skip meals sa school para I could be able to also save some money.
But your father, sir, was a Baptist reverend.
Yeah, he was a pastor, for 45 years. That's right.
How was it growing up? Na pastor po yung tatay ninyo?
Well, growing up, of course, I belonged to a very disciplinarian home. My father was strictly very disciplined. And doon ako natuto na hindi ka pwedeng magmura, hindi ka pwedeng magbabad sa kalye. You have to wake up early in the morning. You have to do the household chores. You have to come back from school at the time in which you should come back. Pag hindi, pak.
Discipline.
Discipline.
Sino yan? Yung nanay niyo, sir, or yung tatay niyo?
Yung tatay ko.
Oh, yung tatay. How about your mom? What's your memory of your mom, sir?
Actually, my mother is a very prayerful woman. And there are times when I would be disciplined by my dad. My mother would just go inside the room and pray. Very prayerful siya. Very
prayerful mom. But, sir, syempre, bilang panganay, did you help your siblings siguro after makapag-aral? I don't know. May ganun bang obligation na nararamdaman?
Wala namang obligation. My dad did not actually obligate us to help our brothers. Medyo kami, parang independent ba sa bawat isa. And we carve our own niche, nga, sa ganung bagay.
And that's important, sir. No? You carve your own niche. Now, sir, let's go to the next photo.
Yes.
All right, this is the Baptist Bible College in Springfield, Missouri. So sir, nakapagtapos ka ng bachelor and graduate degrees in theology sa Baptist Bible College sa Missouri in the United States. Now, in 30 seconds, tell us how you got the scholarship grant and what was the experience like to study in the U.S. Timer starts now.
Well, actually, the Bible College in Missouri is more of the mother school, no? But I actually graduated at the Indianapolis Baptist Bible College. And kasi nung bata pa ako, I'm quite in demand, no, as speaker in many churches in the States.
Okay.
Kasi bilang isang very dynamic and active pastor in the Philippines. So I was granted that, that doctorate degree.
So it was offered to you. But
Yes.
prior to that, sir, may commerce degree ka na sa FAU.
Yeah, hindi commerce degree, hindi medyo ano ko ang tawag doon, yung bang yung ROTC, hindi ko masyadong inano yun. Kaya I was 3 years in FEU. Then I took up graduate in theology in our Bible college here in Manila.
At may master's degree pa kayo in government management sa
yes.
PLM.
After that, I went to PLM and graduated master's degree.
Ba't ang hilig nyo mag-aral, sir? I noticed. Daming pag-aaral na to.
When I was very young, I like to read book. Nagagalit yung nanay ko kasi nasa kulang buka. Nagbabasa pa ako ng libro, madaling araw no? Pinapa-stop na ako I really love to read books, yes.
But early on, naramdaman mo na ba, sir, yung desire for public service?
Actually, hindi. Gerg, I mean, I felt the desire to serve God. You know, tinatawag namin calling yun. No? In fact, humanly speaking, I refuse to obey God's call. Eka nga, mahirap maging pastor mahirap maging bishop, mahirap mag-preach ng gospel because the thing is, you've got to be an example. Hindi pwede yung, palagi ko sinasabi, that leadership is not about control, it's about example. I have to be an example to my people. If not, then I could not be able to actually lead them.
Sir, sa family nyo ba, aside from your father and yourself, meron pang ibang nagpastor sa inyo?
Meron akong dalawang kapatid. My second brother is in California. He's pastor there in California. And my other brother took over my dad's church. Wala siya magagawa. Nasa corporate world siya. Namatay yung father ko. So wala siya magagawa kundi took over the work.
So ganun din pala sa inyo, sir, no? Parang you take over from your fathers.
Yes.
Oh, all right, sir. Let's go to the next photo. This is the Metropolitan Bible Baptist Church and Ministries. You are the founder of this church, sir, in Santa Ana, Manila, way back in 1975. Now, in 30 seconds, tell us why you put up your own church and how different is this from the other Protestant Christian churches in the country. Timer starts now.
Actually, the Baptist denomination has been here for about 125 years. That's the reason why I even filed a bill, and it's now a law, the National Baptist Day, in recognition of the length of time the Baptist denomination has been here in the Philippines. Marami mga Baptist sa buong mundo. May Southern Baptist, mayroong Independent Baptist. We belong to the Independent Baptist group, the Bible Baptist group, for example. And so, para kaming pamilya no? We cannot just build on our own. Hindi pwede yung on our own Ibig sabihin, dapat makommission kami sa isang church.
Okay.
For example, like if your father has 10 children, they're all grown up. They're quite independent as a family, no? They have their own families. But then, they come from one family. Ganon din kami. No, because to us, if we put up our own church on our own, we become a cult.
Okay.
We become a cult, no? And it should be in our name. Kaya naging Bible Baptist to, sapagkat we came from a Bible Baptist church. And the church that I came from another Baptist church. Ganon yun Pero parang tinatawag naming Baptist perpetuity and authority.
Kumbaga nire-recognize ka rin nung parents mo na ikaw ay anak ko.
Yes, that's
you
right.
You are a branch of this organization.
Yes.
But sir, syempre, help us understand. Kapag po ba pastor kayo, may sarili kayong church, Paano yung pamumuhay nyo noon? Who takes care of you and your family?
Actually, by faith yan, girls. When I started, I actually, quit all my job.
Yes.
Walang income. Ibig sabihin, you have to step out by faith. Yung faith, ibig sabihin, you have to step out first with nothing in your hands. But God, no? God that supply all your need.
God will provide.
That's right. So 1975, sinasabi ko palagi na may support. Ang tawag namin support hindi salary.
Yes.
May support is only about 10 pesos a week. Can you imagine living in Manila with 10 pesos a week? Ano ha? Kaya I live with that no until such time that the Lord has blessed the church with attendance. Napakarami na maging member. I went to the campus kasi campus ministry ako nung araw, yung mga estudyante. I was quite young. I was only 23 years old. So, ang aking ministry would be more on the students.
Okay. Pero sir, sabi nyo kanina, you gave up your job para sa calling na ito, na matagal yung pinigilan. Anong mga trabaho nyo before?
Well, I used to work, I used to be in the corporate world.
Okay.
You know, I was an employee in a big company. I had a good job. I had a good training. I used, and then when I was third year college at FU, I was already an auditor, no, an accountant in the company. See, yun ang naging job ko. And then afterwards, I worked full time in the ministry of my father. Meron ka ring income doon, no. That when I went out of my church, you see, after I was commissioned to go out, I quit all that. And I began to really step out. Sabi nga namin, step out by faith.
Bakit? Ano yung nag-trigger sa inyo to step out?
It's faith, actually. It's faith in God, knowing that God will just provide for all my needs. Ganun ba?
All right. Now,
But you have to work hard, syempre. Sabi nga sa James, faith without works is dead. So we have to work hard on that. And I have to go to people. I have to witness to them. I have to preach the word of God. And with them, no? Sabi nga, sabi nga ng Panginoon, when He called the apostles, He called them fishers of men. Ganon din kami, fishers of men. Nabigay siya ng illustration that when you catch a fish, pag nakahuli ka ng isda, makikita mo yung coin doon sa bibig ng isda. You know? So, and that's the philosophy of that.
that's the philosophy of that. Now, sir, let's go to the next photo. So this is familiar kayo, sir, the City Council of Manila.
Yeah.
Of course, your first dip into politics was in 1992
That's right.
to 1995 as Manila 6th District Councilor. In 30 seconds, what made you decide to enter politics instead of focusing on serving your church and ministry? Timer starts now.
Well, I was actually in yung veranda ng aming church building, and all of a sudden, the former Mayor Bagaching came, no, and told me, Pastor, you should run for councilor. Sabi ko, nako, Mayor, wala akong kilala dyan. I'm just a pastor here, no? Hindi ako kilala, hindi ako mananalo. Sabi, mananalo siya. Mananalo ako. Sabi, mas mayroon pang faith sa akin si Mayor Bagaching kaya sa sarili ko, you know. So, well, sabi ko, I have to pray about it. I have to tell my family about it. I have to tell my church about it. And if they all agree, then I'm going to run.
Ano sa tingin mo, sir, yung factor? Kung bakit, anong nakita sa iyo ni Mayor Bagaching din na parang, pwede itong si Benny tumakbong konsehal?
I think nakita niya yung yung dynamism ko sa work eh. Nakita niya yung aking talagang the pursuit of truth and honesty.
Involved ba kayo dati sa mga civic work?
Civic work, yes. Involved na ako nung araw. Nagkakaroon kami ng medical mission, nagkakaroon kami ng mga feeding program at that time. And so, nakita niya ako and pinantakbo niya ako and I ran. In fact, I filed my candidacy last day of filing.
Last minute.
Last minute eh. Hindi ko naman iniisip mananalo ko eh. You know, and
Sir, bakit ka naman tatakbo nang hindi ka mananalo?
actually, sinabi ko lang sa misis ko, I just want to find out kung ilang boto makukuha ko.
Well, anyway, sir, what do you think is your biggest accomplishment as a one-term councilor?
I closed down Highlight. I closed down Highlight And then I filed a bill at an ordinance na kinatigan naman ng konseho. That ordinance is closing down all nightclubs in Ermita Malate. And that is what Mayor Lim used, no?
Yes.
Kaya siya nanalo uli in second term because of that ordinance. Oo. We closed down about 300 of them.
Wow, that's a lot.
300 yun. Oo.
Naging outstanding counselor ka po during that time.
During my term, yes.
Yes. Bakit hindi ka nagtumakbo ulit kung you are doing well?
Mayor Lim called me the Mr. Righteousness of Manila. And I became quite popular in the council in the city of Manila. So, the former president, FBR, I belong to the party of FBR. Sabi niya, bakit huwag mo kong vice mayor? Sabi ko, Mr. President, hindi ako handa dyan. First time kong councilor. So I was convinced to run for vice mayor. And of course, I lost. Maraming story yan eh. Dapat nga manalo ko eh. Pero things like this. So I lost. And then I rested for a while. And then FBR appointed me as commissioner of the Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor in 1996. Then hindi ko na masyadong inaalala pa yung tawag doon, yung politics until I decided to run for Congress in 2001. Ang kalaban ko noon sa Mark Jimenez.
Mabigat-bigat ang kalaban niyo.
My goodness, he offered me a lot of money, just to not run anymore.
Well, anyway, sir, let's go to the next photo because this is related to that. Wow, this is as the House Representative of Manila 6th District, sir. Since 2004, as you mentioned, you have already served for 4 terms in Congress. Now, in 30 seconds, describe how you have evolved as a legislator over time. Timer starts now.
Well, when I became a congressman, my thought is just to be able to deliberate on my advocacy. I'm pro-life kasi ako no? So, I would like to deliberate on that. I would like to really serve my country for that, yung advocacy ko. Pangalawa, I'd like to help our people. Maraming mahihirap sa amin. So, sabi ko, I would like to be an honest steward of the government para maibaba yung tulong sa mga tao. So, palagi yung sinasabi namin na tumutulong ako na walang pinipiling panahon. Ibig sabihin, diretso sa tao. Sinasabi ko sa mga tao, hindi po humihinto sa amin yung pera.
Yes.
Wala kaming natanggap dyan. Diretso yan sa tao.
But sir, I'm just wondering, syempre kayo po ay pastor, paano po yung moments when your convictions nagka-clash doon sa mga nangyayari sa Kongreso?
Well, it limits me actually when it comes to that. No, I cannot do everything that any politician would do because I am limited to what I believe in, on the conviction that I was given. On
Example, sir, tuwing kailan nangyayari?
For example, like yung pagtanggap ng pera. I was limited on that. Lumalayo ako dun For example, like compromise. Because we always say that politics is the art of compromise.
Yes.
Pero the thing is, yung compromise would be more on asking people to support your bill. You see? But not trying to, if you support my bill, I'm going to support yours. Hindi ganun Di ba? I mean, my bill is pro-people. My bill is pro-God. My bill is pro-family. Support it if you like it.
If you like it.
Yes.
Pero kung ayaw ko sa bill mo, hindi ko susuportahan.
Ilalaban ko yan. Ilalaban ko yan.
Hindi kayo natatakot, sir, na, alam mo yun, syempre laging may balik sa inyo kapag ganon, kapag matindi yung paninindigan nyo?
No, because I've always believed in what Romans 13 says, that the powers that be are ordained of God. Even though it is the people that would vote you into office, yet God uses the people to vote you into office. Kaya nga meron pong sinasabi ang Roman Catholic Church, di ba? Vox Populi, Vox Dei. Naniniwala po tayo that it is actually God that ordained those powers that be.
Sir, nag-2 terms kayo as congressman since 2004 and
until 2010.
2010. And you lost in that.
And you lost. And then nagpahinga ako ng ilang termino niyan mga 3 terms yan Then my daughter ran for councilor and she won.
Pero sir, sa tingin niyo, ano nangyari nung 2010? Why you lost that election?
Alam mo, nauso na yung pera eh. Gerg, ibig sabihin I have always refused on vote buying. And I will always tell people I never resorted to vote buying. Para manalo. Yun ang ano ko katawiran ko na in 2010, alam ko marami kong mga project, alam ko na marami kong natulungan. I have almost 10,000 scholars. Many of them are high school students, hindi mga butante. Kala ko hindi ako matatalo because of that. Pero alam mo, madali makalimot ang tao eh. Ang kanila na naaalala kung ano natanggap nila sa huli.
And of course, sir, ito, bumalik kayo ulit sa Congress.
Yes.
2 terms ulit, ano? Tama ba?
2 times.
Tapos, on the 3rd time, natalo kayo ulit, sir.
Mukhang Waterloo ko yata yung 3rd term. Di ba? Mga Waterloo ko yung 3rd term eh.
But this time, sir,
Pero very slim.
Very slim.
Katulad din nung natalo ko noong 2000, very slim din yun. Ngayon, very slim din. Talagang ibig sabihin hindi ako nagbuhos ng pera dapat kong ibuhos as far as vote buying is concerned. Of course, hindi ko na kinakailangan sabihin pa yung ginawa ng kalaban ko. Yet, Gerg, God revealed to me something. Napalagay ko, makakabalik ako.
Alright. Next. Sige, sir, pag-usapan natin yan later on. But what do you think? Well, sir, the last time that you guested here via Zoom,
yes,
kay Atty. Karen, you said you were very confident that you will win. Kaya lang, meron kang caveat, sir. Sabi mo, lucky punch ng kalaban ang maaaring makatalo sa'yo. So what's that lucky punch?
Well, may kalaban ko, hindi masyadong kilala yan. I mean, counselor siya naman nila. Talagang wala akong hinagap na matatalo ko. In everything, no? Makita mo talaga, panalong-panalo ka eh. Because yung last survey namin, 40% ang lamang ko sa kalaban
margin,
ko. Ibig sabihin, imposibleng matalo ako. No?
So ano nang lucky punch, sir?
Lucky punch ka ako. Natalo ako. And then actually I accepted that, no. Talagang I settled that with God. I went to the altar, I prayed, I said, Lord, it's your will. So ganoon na lang. Pero,
sa tingin mo ba, sir, si VP Sara yung naging lucky punch niya? When she campaigned against you and even used, parang sobrang itong litrato ninyo na pinakalat niya, pinakita niya sa mga tao. What do you think?
Siguro part of that pero hindi pinapaniwalaan ng constituent ko yan. Hindi pinapaniwalaan. They understand that I think more is what we call as money politics.
Money politics, really,
yes,
you think? And now, sir, syempre, nung pinakita niyo yung unflattering photo of you, nagalit ka? Were you mad that she used it? Why?
Nung natalo ako?
Yung picture, sir.
Well, hindi ako nagalit. In fact, to me, it was it was quite funny. Sinabi ko lang na marunong magnakaw to si VP Sara ng
picture.
Sir?
Bakit ninakaw?
Ninakaw niya yun sa Facebook ko. Hindi ko naman siya friend Sabihin, yung Facebook, you consider all of your Facebook na friends mo, di ba? So you can always picture yourself with anything because they will understand it. At nung picture na yan, ang kabiyak niya si Albert Einstein di ba? Sinabi ko pangaraw na gusto kong maging katulad ni Albert Einstein, genius, to be a genius. Kaya ko yung dila ko. They rubbed my picture on that Facebook and pinisend it na.
Bakit ka tinarget ni VP Sara, sir?
Well, I think it's because of during the budget hearing, I was the one that asked the question to him several times. Sabi ko sa kanya, would you believe that the House of Congress has the right and the authority to scrutinize the budget of every agency in government? She refused to answer, and I have asked the same questions several times. She refused to answer. Palagay ko doon siya nagalit.
Nagsisisi ka, sir, na ginawa mo yan?
Hindi.
Bakit?
Hindi. Well, actually, she should answer. She should give me a positive answer because she should believe that we have the authority. We have the authority. Pangalawa, I am the senior vice chair of the Committee on Good Government na inimbestigahan yung kanyang confidential funds, no? Siyempre, we investigate on that. Nakita namin talaga nakita namin yung money trail, yung kine-question namin saan napunta yung 125 million until now.
I'm wondering, kung naging kapartido ka ni Yorme Isko Moreno, sa tingin mo ba nakatulong yun sa kandidatura mo? with that very slim margin na binabanggit mo?
Maaaring nakatulong.
Oho.
Maaaring nakatulong yun. Kasi very popular si Isko Moreno. Very popular siya.
What happened? Bakit hindi ka pumartido sa kanya?
Well, I would think na na-establish na yung loyalty namin.
Okay.
Kay Hani
Mayor
Lacuna.
Lacuna. Oo.
Alright. And so, we decided to stick with her.
Na Batang Santa Mesa din,
Oo,
sir?
oo.
Anyway, parang, syempre, yung TRICOM naman, sir,
Yes.
binabanggit natin na maaaring baka naka-apekto din ito sa kandidatura mo. What do you think?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Kasi nakikita ko naman when I go to my district, halos walang epekto. No, the attitude of people sa akin, how friendly they are, and they're supporting me. Walang masyadong epekto. Talagang effect niyan yung money politics.
Money politics. Now, sir, ano yung pinaka-worst na fake news na natanggap mo nitong eleksyon? Or kahit nung hindi eleksyon?
Ang dami girls Ang dami kong basher nung araw.
Ano yung pinaka-ininda mo?
Well, wala ako masyadong ininda. In the first place, hindi ko binabasa yung mga bashing. I have thousands of that. And our young people in the church actually volunteered themselves to delete all of those bashings.
Okay.
So
Kaya hindi mo na nababasa?
Hindi ko nababasa yan. Ngayon, meron mga ilan ng mga vloggers na nakita ko. In fact, nakita ko lang yan nung TRICOM na Hindi ko yan nakita, hindi ko binabasa yan Nakita ko, tinawag akong GAGO, tinawag kaming tanga, na ganyan. And I was telling the vlogger, do you know me? I don't even know you. Do you know what I'm doing? Now, sinabi mo na GAGO ako. Bakit? Oo. Anong katotohanan doon? Walang katotohanan doon Fake news yun Sabi ko. Besides that, we do not, any professional journalist, my daughter is a journalist, graduated in USTN. Any professional journalist will not use gutter language in the media.
All right. That's a good point, sir. But we're talking about VP Sara earlier.
Yes.
And I'm sure minomonitor nyo yung nangyari sa Senate kagabi. Of course, the impeachment, the articles of impeachment were remanded to the House of Representatives.
Yes.
Your reaction first, sir?
Well, remanding it to the House of the Representatives is that I'm wondering why. Because we have already studied it. Pinag-aralan na po namin yan. And we have a airtight case on that. Alam nila, why would you remand it? Are you delaying it? Ano ba? Dapat yan talaga. The impeachment court has been convened. Get a trial on.
Dapat dire-diretso na.
Yes.
But, syempre, first time natin itong narinig na niremand yung articles of impeachment. In the past, hindi naman yan ginagawa, sir, kasi pag na-transfer na sa Senate, dire-diretso na sila.
Dire-diretso na yan.
Pero, ngayon, pinag-usapan nyo na ba yan sa House leadership on how you will deal with this matter?
Actually, hindi we didn't expect that it will be remanded. We expected that after the Senate President took an oath.
Yes.
Di ba? And then the senator judges took an oath. Tuloy-tuloy na Because they have convened already this impeachment court. Dapat tuloy-tuloy na yan
Okay. All right, sir. Now, of course, what could be the hardest part about leading the House TRICOM hearings on fake news, especially when social media personalities were involved? But before you answer that question, sir, at the forefront, we'll be right back after a few reminders. You're still watching at the forefront. Now, Kong Benny, what was the hardest part about leading the House TRICOM hearing on fake news, especially when social media personalities are involved?
Well, the hardest part would be exposing yourself too much. All right, and then actually reprimanding all of those that gave those fake news, no? Because sometimes na-feel ko na it becomes personal rather than it becomes political. No? Kahit nasabihin nila na we're doing that because you're a public servant. Oh yes, but still, even a public servant, he is a person. He's going to get hurt.
Oo nga. Pero sino, sir, sa mga social media personalities, sa mga vloggers, yung talagang pinuntirya ka, binanatan ka even after the hearings?
Actually,
Do you remember them?
Remember dahil dami. Ang dami nila, although, syempre, in a real personal way, wala naman akong, I'm not against them. Perhaps they said it out of the blue, because of their loyalty to the former president, things like this. And so, sabi ko, okay. So, ganun lang. The thing is, in that hearing, what we're trying to prevent is that nais na yung magkaroon ng bill that will actually regulate all that. And pangalawa, to protect, give us protective measures also. Oo. Sinasabi namin that the freedom of expression is not absolute.
How did this information hearing ended?
Well, actually,
anong naging resolusyon, sir?
The other day, and we already have given the committee report, and we have already filed the bills, that would actually regulate those fake news, for example. Nais lang namin na sana ay hindi na maulit ito, sapagkat, look, girls, ngayon lamang ito naranasan namin. I mean, when the QuadComm was formed, actually, noon lang nagsimula yung mga ganyan bashing, simula yung mga ganyan mga vloggers. And, and the thing is, I hope and pray that yung mga vloggers natin will not be used by politicians. Kasi ngayon, talagang bayaran na eh. You see that? Yung problema eh.
Pero sir, isa sa mga contention kasi dito ng mga vloggers that time is that wala naman daw definition ng fake news. Dito ba sa mga final yung bill, nakalista na dito? Paano nyo dinidefine to ngayon?
Well, we define fake news as one that actually, you're not telling the truth. Di ba? You're using gutter language. And we'd like to find out why did you use that? Oo, sapagkat look, tawagin mo ang isang politician na Tan GA, for example. Why? O opinion mo 'yan. That's opinion mo 'yan. Kahit na opinion mo 'yan, I mean you have the right to tell all the people about it because look, we have children watching. Oo, and then you begin to curse in public like the word PI, no? So what are we telling our children? No, sabihin ng mga bata, tama pala yung ginagawa natin eh.
And that's the morality side of it.
The morality side of it, yes. So, yun yung isang bagay doon. We would like to protect our children from the posture of adults that can say anything they want in the media because of the freedom of expression.
Yun nga, sir. So ano yung lugar dapat? Dapat ba may lugar yung morality sa freedom of speech, freedom of expression?
I believe so. I believe so. In fact, hindi naman nangyari yan sa professional media. I have never heard any journalist use that kind of language.
Now, sir, you're talking about regulation. Yun ba mga social media platforms, companies, media giants, should they be held liable as well? Kasi baka mamaya, pinupuntirya po natin yung mga tao, yung mga vloggers, yung mga social media users, pero baka naman nakakawala or hindi na paparusahan or hindi na bibigyan ng karampatang siguro para i-regulate din sila.
Tinitingnan namin yung mga nagbayad sa kanila to attack another one should be held liable to. You see that? Kasi nakita naman namin hindi malaking company to eh. I think it's more of a personal blogger, no? Na sinusuportahan itong taong ito. And then you attack, you begin to investigate that person and they begin to attack you.
But what I meant, sir, was yung pong, let's say, Facebook, YouTube, hindi ba dapat i-regulate din sila?
Yeah, in fact, pinag-usapan na namin yan. And alam mo, the president of Germany has already banned TikTok in his own country. Sabi ko, siguro sa atin dapat iba na yan eh. Although sabi din ibang mga legislators natin why don't we just tax them?
So do you remember your confrontation with Joy Cruz, yung vlogger na si Joy Cruz? Yes. So, kinonfront ka niya, but instead of being mad or angry at her, parang iba yung naging response mo. Bakit ganun?
Well, nakita ko naman na perhaps she's doing it because she's being paid. Or number two, she's doing it because masyado siyang loyal doon sa taong kinakatigan niya. No, I have to understand that. Although tinry niya ako na di magdemanda ka na lang. Sabi ko, hindi na. Magdidemanda pa kita. Magbabayad ka ng abogado. Makakarating ng Supreme Court yan. Sapagkat di ka naman pwedeng, pag na-convict ka dyan, mag-a-appeal ka. Masyado magastos. It will even affect your family. So wag na.
But sir, nag-apologize ka ba sa kanya and offered to meet her children? Ganon?
Well, not Georgie Cruz.
Okay.
But the other blogger. No?
Okay.
I personally apologize to her children.
Okay.
Sa mga anak niya. Oo.
But after that, natuloy ba yung inyong pag-meet? Apparently, itong vlogger na si MJ Reyes, no?
Natuloy yan kasi hinarang niya na ako eh. Paglabas namin, hinarang niya na ako. Hindi ko siya kilala eh. Hinarang niya na ako and she cried and she sabi ko, sige, magsalita ka lang. I'll be quiet. I'm going to listen to you. Ganun. She poured out everything. Sabi ko, okay lang.
Pero na-meet niyo yung mga anak niya? Or
Hindi. Sabi ko sa kanya, I'm willing to meet your children and apologize to them personally. Sabi ko.
May mga nagsasabi, sir, na ginamit mo lang yung moment na yun for your own benefit.
Oh no. I mean, I don't think that I should be arrogant, no? Outside the hearing, no? Sabi ko sa kanila, the TRICOM hearing is a hearing and we are there to investigate. All right. But in a personal way, kako, at this point in time, private ako, I do not have any reason to be arrogant.
Now, sir, sa pagpapatuloy nitong ating discussion, i-break lang na natin konti. Konting game lang tayo, sir. You give us your top 3.
Okay.
You don't have to explain anything, sir. Just give us your top 3, ano? So I'll give you 30 seconds to answer. And you wait for me again to say timer starts now before you answer. Okay, sir. Number 1, your top 3 Bible verses that inspire your public surveys. Timer starts now.
Romans 13, 1 to 3.
What's that, sir?
That is, it says the powers that be are ordained of God. And that we are, the public officials are ministers of God for good.
Ano pa, sir? What else?
In the book of Proverbs, may nakalagay doon that righteousness exalted a nation. But sin is a reproach to any people.
And last one?
The last one would be more on the compassion side. I mean, the Lord Jesus Christ in the book of Matthew spoke of having compassion with sinners.
All right. Now, sir, the next one. Top 3 moments as a family raising 3 children. Timer starts now.
Top 3 moments. Well, unang-una, we always talk as a family and we joke on things na, ganun na lang. Ang ginagawa namin. Of course, my daughter is a journalist and a lawyer, and I always seek her advice on things that I should know. My other son is also a counselor. So at least, sabi ko nga, natalo nga ako, pero nanalo naman siya.
Now, anyway, sir, your top 3 laws as a 4th-term congressman. Timer starts now.
Number 1 is RA 9994, which is the Senior Citizens Act of 2010, where we gave discounts to the seniors. And then secondly, also I'm principal author of the Expanded Centenarian Act, where if you're 80 years old, we're going to give you, the government will give you 10,000 pesos every 5 years. And thirdly, it's not yet a law, but it's more, it's still, hindi ko alam ba't inuupuan ng Senado ito.
Which is?
Yung geriatric center, because I opened up a hospital among the seniors. And I would like it to be a corporate hospital.
All right. So ito talaga puro tungkol sa senior citizen. Now, sir, your top 3 political figures, past or present, whom you have looked up to. Timer starts now.
Well, teka.
Napag-isip si sir ng
mahirap yata ito. Anyway, I have looked up to the former senators like Senator Romulo, like Senator JP, no? And then I have also looked up at sino ba?
Digong, sir. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
Nung una, no war on drugs. Nung una, bumilib ako eh. Pero, later on, hindi na.
Umayaw ka na.
Umayaw na ako because of the killings.
Because of, but anyway, sir, last top three. Your top three closest colleagues in the Congress right now. Timer starts now.
In 2004, I had Benar Abalos and Dodot Jaworski, and then we have Roman Romulo, and then of course I have the QuadComm, no? Ace Barbers and Fernandez, Carapaduano, Romy Ako.
So marami-rami yun, sir. Hindi lang top 3 kasi baka magselos, ano?
Yes.
But of course, yung QuadComm talagang matagal-tagal yung inyong pinagsamahan. Now, sir, your daughter, Attorney Princess Abante, was appointed as spokesperson of the House, a position that doesn't exist in the past. Now, how do you respond to criticisms that this position was a payoff as you were collateral damage from the QuadComm hearings? But before you answer, at the forefront, we'll be right back after a few reminders. Welcome back at the forefront. Now, Kong Benny, your daughter, Attorney Princess Abante, was appointed as spokesperson of the House, a position that doesn't exist in the past. How do you respond to criticisms that this position was a payoff as you were a collateral damage from the QuadComm, sir?
No, I don't think so. It's not a payoff. It's I was talking to Congressman Yeda, and she heard the answer that my daughter said to BP Sara, pagkatapos niya akong siraan.
Yes.
She was the one who answered that, and she was very good. So she was chosen because she is good in what she's doing.
Kumbaga, it was offered to her. Because,
it was offered to her, yes.
All right. And now, may naipayo ba kayo sa anak ninyo now that kahit hindi siya kongresista, but she will be representing the House of Representatives?
Actually, I was actually excited because when it was offered to us, to me first, no? Sabi ko, well, I will tell my daughter about it, and we're going to pray about it, and if the Lord give us peace about the decision, then I believe Princess would take the position.
Oh, hold on, sir. Tama ba yung pagkaintindi ko? Sa inyo muna inalok yung position na spokesperson?
Yes.
Bakit tinanggihan nyo, sir?
Hindi ko tinanggihan, kundi sinabi ko na we're gonna pray about it first.
Okay. And sa prayer nyo, mas nakita nyo mas better si...
Mas nakita namin mas better. So
Bakit?
sabi ko, sige, Princess, why don't you take the position?
Bakit siya, sir? Bakit siya yung naisip nyo?
Well, unang-una, talagang the speaker like her. In fact, I was talking to the speaker the other day, and she told me, mas magaling siya kaya sa'yo.
dahil ba, sir, matapang yung salita niya against VP Sara?
Medyo matapang siya. And she can be matapang, she can be kind, no? And she can be mild. Ibig sabihin, talagang she could be able to adjust in any situation, actually.
Of course, sir, you are stepping down by the end of the month, no? Matatapos ang termino nyo. What's next for you?
Well, kung talagang I have to really step down and magre-rest muna ako, I will be more concentrated sa aking church and reaching out people. I'm not going to stop reaching out people. Sabi ko, I'm now open to many speaking engagement because nasara yun because I was working in Congress.
Sobrang busy nyo, no?
Kaya tuwan-tuwa yung mga pastors namin when I told them that now I'm open for any speaking engagement.
Now, sir, sino yung inaasahan nyo ngayon magpapatuloy ng mga ginagawa nyo sa QuadComm? Yesterday, Kong Ace Barbers was here and he was talking about QuadComm 2.0.
Yes.
Kayo, ano bang interpretation nyo dyan? Or sinong inaasahan yung tutuloy?
Titingnan namin, mayroon na kami mga names na pwedeng mag-lead ang QuadComm.
Like?
Like for example, Congressman Adyong, Zia Adyong. Like for example, Congresswoman Jinky Luistro. Oo. And then we have Congressman Akop na andun pa naman siya. Oo. At of course, kung ako makakabalik, of which I think 90% makakabalik ako.
Okay.
I might lead the QuadCom again.
Very confident doon si Congressman Abante. But anyway, sir, let's do 2 choices. Another game. Quick pick lang, sir. Wala ring paliwanagan ito, sir. Just pick one and wait for me to say timer starts now before you answer. Okay, sir? Oh, hindi na pala. Wala nang timer starts now.
Sige,
Pili
sige.
ka na lang kaagad, sir. Oo, okay, sige, sir. Number 1, suit or barong?
Suit.
Suit, okay. Reading books or watching Netflix?
Reading books pa rin.
Pero nanonood kayo
Especially
Netflix?
yung Bible. Nanonood ako.
Okay.
Nanonood ako.
Okay. Reading the Bible alone or reading the Bible in a fellowship?
Alone would be better.
Now, beef or fish?
A fish.
Kong Benny or Pastor Benny?
Pastor Benny.
Traditional newspaper or news online?
Traditional pa rin ako eh.
Dyaryo pa rin, sir, or TV?
Dyaryo
Anyway,
pa rin.
SUV or van?
SUV.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Basketball or boxing?
Basketball.
Wristwatch or shoes?
Teka, shoes.
Rubber shoes ba yan, sir, or leather? Anyway,
Pareho.
parehas. Ballads or classics?
Classics.
Eating out with family or salo-salo with the family inside your house?
We're eating out with the family.
All right. Now, sir, sabi mo, paulit-ulit ka, you're confident na babalik ka ng 2028 elections. Bakit nyo nasabi yan, sir?
Girls, hanggang doon na lang ako. I cannot reveal everything now. But hanggang doon na lang ako.
But anyway, are you
let us cross the bridge when we get there. Eka nga.
Medyo matagal pa, 3 years pa. But anyway, sir, kung sakaling bigyan ka ng posisyon, i-appoint ka, kagaya nung nangyari nung natalo ka, sir, sa pagka-vice mayor before, i-appoint ka ni PBBM to a position, tatanggapin mo ba? Or meron kang gusto na
Well,
position?
I will choose the position that I would like to be in. No? More on helping people. More on my advocacy, for example. In fact, talaga nag-iisip ako dyan because pinag-uusapan na namin yan. No? Sabi ko, mahirap sa akin yung just toe the line. No? I think I'm more independent than...
May offer na ba, sir?
Well, wala pa naman.
Wala pa,
Although, inihanda na.
All right. Anyway, sir, your message to your supporters and constituents sa District 6.
Well, unang-una, I would like to thank my constituency for the support and for the love. Alam ko naman na this is the only district in which nanalo yung kalaban ko na very quiet. Talagang as in walang anumang celebration. And you're wondering why, di ba? Pero ako nagpapasalamat doon sa mananatiling loyal sa akin at naniniwala na ako'y makakabalik pa rin ngayon in my last term. No? Kaya I'm really thankful to them.
All right. On that
And of
note,
course, my church too.
all right. On that note, sir, thank you very much for joining us this morning here in the studio for the very first time. Congressman Benny Abante there.
Thank you, Gerg. Thank you. Salamat.
Representative Benny Abante's House stint has been marked with controversy, resilience, and unexpected moment of compassion. As his time in politics draws to a close, flashes of his fiery demeanor to his personal acts of empathy challenges the usual narrative of public service. Be timely informed, be insightful of the news, always stay at the forefront. Join us again tomorrow for first-hand insights on issues that matter. On behalf of Attorney Jimeno, this is Gerg Cahiles. Thank you for spending your hour with us.